Intro video again. I know I'm unmuted, I don't care. Oh, y'all, I love the internet. It's great.
Collie, you gotta be decent. You say this in the intro. You gotta finish it.
Ba-da-da-da-da. We're back after some minor technical difficulties.
Minor.
I guess what, we're live again. I don't know what in the heck was going on there. Well, y'all, I'm sorry that we had problems. I blame YouTube. Because I never had this problem with Twitch. I blame YouTube. If YouTube's algorithm wasn't so bad, we wouldn't have people with Minecraft getting 10 million subscribers in a year. And we'd have people with actual good content like Rad.
I would love to see Gozu in a Kirby suit. That would be awesome.
Alright, I'm gonna go share my screen. I'm gonna share my thing. I'm just gonna lower the quality a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Go live. Focus. Alright, we're back in business, team.
Sweet.
Ba, 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 ba. John Cena.
Good thing that we did the lamest nominations first. So
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
we have
Save the best for
Good
last,
content.
yo.
good content. Cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, my sister bought the new Mario game, and I know that's what we're gonna do all Thanksgiving weekend. Just play that
Sweet.
Yes.
game.
So, Mario Party Superstars, he's pretty popular here.
That's what I would vote for.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to play. I'm going to get it.
I want to
When it
wait for a
drops.
sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Sale, Nintendo.
I was about to say, it's probably going to be like 5 years. And then
What
you'll get it
universe
for
are
like
y'all's
40.
living in?
Well, if a bunch of people start buying it, I'll pick it up, but I'm not going to buy it right now.
You'll probably find it for like $40 in about 5 years. So
You could buy a lot of first-party games for like $26 from GameStop right now.
True.
are they Mario?
So
There's stuff in there.
here's
yeah.
the question then: Is Mario Kart 8 still $60?
Yeah.
Because if Mario Kart 8 is still $60, I guarantee you Mario Party Superstars will not go lower than that game.
Well, I'll wait. That's okay. Unless we get a bunch of people Discord wanting it, I'm gonna wait. I will say that Bowser's Fury was good though.
I will
Yeah,
vote for that
it's
as well.
It's
That's the one I
still,
played.
yeah, it's still like top of the charts for their selling games. So
The Superstars
Wonder if-
definitely should win.
I wonder if the next big Mario game gonna have like Bowser's Fury's like format.
I
Probably.
hope it doesn't have a Super Saiyan fight every like 10 minutes.
oh, come on, that was the best part.
But in terms of open world and stuff.
I hope so.
I like the storing your power ups and stuff.
Yeah, it was cool. Alright, next category. Best fighting game.
Not Strive.
Definitely Guilty Gear.
I don't know. They slowed it down quite a bit.
This is a
And
so-
fighting game? I thought it was.
What do you think wins then?
I mean, obviously, we all know the winner, Nickelodeon.
Right.
What else do you need?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to get the Demon Slayer game, but I didn't know it was a true fighting game.
It's more of a fighting game than anything. It's pretty much like the Naruto Storm games
Oh, I don't like those.
formula. I loved them. Like me and my brother played the demo for the original when it dropped until our fingers were raw, and that was literally just Naruto versus Sasuke. But what more could you need? So we literally just played that.
Why don't
for
people like
hours.
Strive? What's going on with the negativity?
I will be shocked if Guilty Gear doesn't win. To be honest,
It's
there's people that are upset right now that Guilty Gear is not in the Game of the Year conversation. But I haven't played the game, so
mm.
I haven't played any
I
of these
didn't-
games. I'm not really into fighting games.
like if Gozu agrees with me. If you've played the original Guilty Gear games, they are lightning fast, and it is insane. Like matches can be done in seconds, and it's not just like one or two hits; it's elaborate combos and everything. And if you go from that to Strive, there is a huge difference in pace, and it's part of what made the original so good. And you go to Strive, and it's like it's got a pause every time you hit somebody, and it's more technical, more like Street Fighter. And I don't know, it just kind of changed like the whole feel of the game. So
interesting.
anyway,
Huh.
it's I mean the game's gorgeous. I played the freaking beta or whatever when they dropped it, but it's I don't know, it's just got a very different feel than the original. But I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just different from what they've had. I've got the original on my Switch right now, so
Well, it's probably gonna win this. Let's be honest.
yeah.
Probably.
Well, I don't know. Demon Slayer sold like 1 million copies.
I mean, it could be.
I mean, I saw
I
it
mean-
was on sale for PS5. I wonder if I should pick it up.
It's sold 1 million copies, and it's got pretty good interpretation of the
Fine,
anime.
I'll go look at that too. All right, this is the most important category for us.
Yes.
You know my vote.
Rad, you should go first.
Should I go first?
Yes, he
Okay.
should be conflicted.
Oh my god, this is so tough. Like, so let me say something first. I haven't played Scarlet Nexus, which many people think it was great. So I still need to play that. So of course I cannot pick Scarlet Nexus because of that. I'm not picking Cyberpunk either, of course. At least not this year until I. Well, I mean, the thing is that this is the only chance that Cyberpunk has, right? There's no way that even if they patch it, it's not gonna be here.
How did it even make here?
Yeah, that's a good
It
question.
was
But
like controversial, like one of the worst launches in history. And I don't know. I know a lot of people enjoyed it on PC and everything, but it's still one of the like literally news was all over it.
Oh yeah,
It
they still
was
talk about it.
everywhere. It's like everybody. The new saying is, "We don't want another Cyberpunk." So
How do you go
it's just
from The Witcher
crazy.
3 to that?
Yeah,
Well, at least you
It's
have
crazy.
ranged. You don't have ranged in Witcher.
but you've got ray tracing.
Yeah. That you need like a
Right.
3080 Ti to use.
but apparently I'm not gonna defend them, but apparently The Witcher 3 had problems when it released. But since it wasn't famous at first, like people didn't realize they only knew the version of Witcher 3 that we know now. But because of The Witcher 3, everybody was anticipating Cyberpunk 2077. So
Which a lot of people did not play Witcher 1 or 2.
exactly,
And if
that's
you
true.
go back and play the original Witcher,
Oh,
oh,
the original Witcher is
that's
so bad gameplay wise.
it was
Uh.
revolutionary for the time, but oh my gosh, it is rough to go
So
back
Rad, what
to.
do you think? What's your vote on this?
I'll cut to the chase. So I'm between last two games. A game that I got the platinum and I loved, and it is one of my favorite Tales of games. Tales of Arise, of course, and the game that I'm loving so much at the moment, which is Shin Megami Tensei 5. It's very close, extremely close. probably the fact that I'm playing it right now, it's what making me vote for Shin Megami Tensei 5. But we'll see in a few months how I feel about both two games. But I will vote for Shin Megami Tensei 5.
All right. Wayne, what about you?
So Tales of Arise is the only one on here that I've actually gotten a chance to play and finish yet. So naturally, I probably should vote for that. Although I will say that Tales of Arise didn't really, do it for me. I guess I think it was a good Tales game, but I don't think it was a great Tales
I
game.
heard it was bloated towards the end.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. I still really enjoyed playing it, but it's probably like not in my top 3. Let's just put it that way. So I think yeah, I don't know. I wish I would have played Scarlet Nexus and Shin Megami Tensei some more at this point because I feel like it probably would go to one of those two games for me, just from what I've heard from other people.
Thor votes SMT for Mara.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
That's-
does everyone here know what a Mara
Yeah, we all know
is?
what Mara is.
Okay.
If you're a Persona or SFT fan, you know
Why-
the
why-
Persona demon Mara.
Why
I'm very
do you need-
close.
You don't even need
Very-
Mara. You have Ariok.
I'm very close to getting Mara in the game, so forward to it.
They have some great designs and interpretations of legends and stuff.
So, Nick, what do you think, buddy?
Well, I've only played 2, and I've watched a lot of Kali's playthrough of Scarlet Nexus.
So good.
The combat does look amazing. Story seems a little out there for my taste, but Monster Hunter Rise has a great sense of progression and gameplay loop and excellent multiplayer. And the graphics work very well for a Switch game. And the character customization, if you haven't looked at it, looks phenomenal if you're going through it. And great game. But I'm loving my old school SMT5 turn based, kicking my ass and loving every minute of it. So, I gotta go with SMT5. Y'all know me, so.
Well, I'd say Scarlet Nexus. It's a very unique story. I like the story a lot. The art style, the music, the combat. You know what you all know for me. Combat is more important than anything in a game to me. So I think that the combat in that game is probably some of the very best that you could get in a modern JRPG, like, period.
That's why, in my opinion, SMT can be greater than Persona in some instances.
I don't like how hard SMT is.
But the payoff is
Yeah, but y'all are
phenomenal.
Dark Souls fans, so y'all like
But
that
the
payoff. That's how
payoff
you get that endorphins. That's how
phenomenal.
you get your endorphins. I don't get mine the same way. A gambling Genshin.
Hey, I at least keep my whip in the closet. It's okay.
Now that everyone said their pick, like some games that are not here that should be here, at least nominated, because that's something that took me by surprise, that some of these games
Yeah.
that released here that are not
Yeah,
here.
I was shocked too.
Yeah, we were talking about this a little bit yesterday, Rad, but like, where's Bravely Default 2? Like, that game was really good. I thought.
Yeah,
It just kind of
What-
dropped off the radar though as soon as it was dropped. Like not a whole lot of people jumped into that, but the few that I did see always had something very positive to say about it.
yeah. Where's East 9? Where is Near Replicant?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's there's many. Where's the Mass Effect collection?
Where's the Monster Hunter stories?
Who
It's
needs
Monster
Mass
Hunter stories,
Effect
yeah.
when you have
Rise of 2.
Cyberpunk?
Uh, um,
Yeah.
Yeah, Rise
There's
2 brought it up to a new height, so a lot of people love that.
Yeah, I don't think
Risa
that.
2, yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, Risa 2 is another one.
But if you think mainstream, like
I'm kind of
mainstream,
surprised Scarlet Nexus made it up there.
Scarlet Nexus was really, really good though.
They marketed that game pretty heavily, I think.
They did. Tales
Yeah.
of Arise or Cyberpunk's gonna win this though. Let's be honest.
You think so? I think Monster Hunter's going to win. Just
I don't
due
think
to
it's no.
sheer popularity.
Are there any other options, or is it just
This is
those
it.
5?
This is it.
The thing is that well, I think in the top part of the page, the web page, when it says jury, I think I was reading a little bit about that to see how they select the winners. It looks like they have like over 100 partners that are gonna vote, and that's how they do it. I'm not sure how much of a weight the people
individual
voting has.
votes, it's only
Yeah,
like
yeah.
10% of the total.
Oh, really?
So at the end of the day, it's gonna be IGN, Game Informer,
Yep.
etc.,
The
picking
Metacritic
winner.
gods.
So they honestly have no idea who's gonna win.
Or the shareholders.
Yeah, I think the Tales of Arise or Cyberpunk will win. I'd love
Could be.
Scarlet Nexus to get. Scarlet Nexus, in
Wait.
my opinion, is the. It's not the best game I played this year. That would have to be Yakuza Like a Dragon. As far as like that should be on here, but it came out
Like,
last
That
year.
come out
that's
last year,
why.
though.
Yeah,
That's
Why
true.
isn't Rise
It came out for next
on
gen this year.
multiplayer?
that's true.
Like, why isn't Rise on multiplayer?
I don't know. Anyway, let's move
Like,
to the
that's
next
one of the
one.
biggest draws.
Okay, this is easy.
Ah.
There's a lot of good games on this list.
Oh, yeah,
not
that's not
easy. Oh
easy.
God, no. Oh no.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, this is tough.
Shoot.
I've only
I
played
played
one
them.
of these.
Yeah, same.
Guardians of the Galaxy is real good. I need to get back into it. I was shocked at how good it is. The combat's kind of shit though. It's
okay,
funny. It's
From
funny.
what I've seen.
It's funny. Ratchet and Clank is the best game on this list, bar none though.
A lot of people like Psychonauts. And Resident Evil Village, I played some. It was good from what I played. Kind of what I wanted from Resident Evil. Kind of a throwback to earlier titles while embracing the new first person. So,
I haven't played Metroid Dread, but I know that won the. I think that was the Game of the Year winning vote in Eternia's Discord.
Wonder I wonder how much the
it
hype.
really doesn't hope, but continue, Red. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Now, Hope was just making a comment that Village doesn't deserve to win, and he's right. It really shouldn't be in the action adventure
Gotcha.
category. It should be in horror, but
Yeah. I was gonna say that I wonder how much the hype of Metroid Dread is gonna carry the game through these nominations. I wonder how many awards it's gonna win. So, I don't know that if Metroid Dread wins, I will be huge for that franchise and for the 2D Metroidvania genre in general. But I think Ratchet and Clank's gonna win this.
Ratchet and Clank is like the best looking console game I've ever seen.
Yeah, so I'm playing that game right now, and like, it really is the first PS5 game I've played that actually does feel like wow, this is next gen. This is what next gen should feel like. Because
agree.
not only just from the visuals, but the gameplay perspective too. Like, you know, they really utilize the adaptive triggers or whatever they're called a lot for a lot of the weapons, and it just like all the different possibilities is just really impressive, and the game is just super fun to play.
Yep.
So that would be my vote.
Yeah, that's my vote, without a doubt. It's not even close. All right. Well, let's go to the next one. We've got Best Action Game. Now, I have played two of the games on this list. I played Far Cry a little bit, and I played Returnal, and I wanted to return it to the store. What do y'all think about this?
Sorry,
I
just
played any
heard
of these.
I haven't
Go.
played any of them.
Sorry, I just heard the mention of Resident Evil 8, so I thought it was the perfect time to mention G Fuel's Maiden's Blood with giant mommy milk. Toast.
Wow. Are you sponsored by G Fuel?
No, it would be great though.
I would say out of all these games, Returnal is the one that I want to play the most.
True.
Far Cry just is not innovating as much as it needs to be.
I'll
It's
be
the same
honest,
game
No.
every year.
the
in a different
world is
location.
just empty. Between the bases, there's just like nothing. I'm like, that feels bad. Deathloop, everyone says, is bloody amazing. It's on sale right now for like $28 at GameStop.
But the AI looks. I've seen some pretty silly AI interactions in that game, so I don't know. It looks interesting.
We all know Deathloop's gonna win this.
Probably.
Yeah. It's a PlayStation exclusive. What more do you need?
So is Returnal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
not
Returnal
not
is
as mainstream.
it's more niche, I think. So the criticism.
I think I would like to play Returnal at some point, but I would definitely wait till it goes on sale.
I guess I'm a bit biased because I love any media that has to do with time loops and stuff like that. But
I don't know, Dishonored and
But, I
that
mean,
whole line of
but we
games
have
just never really
the
grew
same.
me.
We have that theme in both in Returnal and Deathloop. So
Yes,
Yeah.
valid point. Kind of surprising that a lot more people are hyped over Deathloop, but not so much Returnal.
Well, I think Deathloop's more mainstream. Deathloop's gonna win this. It's not even gonna be a contest.
probably, yeah.
Or Back for Blood.
No, Deathloop's gonna. It's the only game above 89 Metacritic. It's gonna win.
I'd like to play
Is it?
Enough
Is
said.
it though?
but
Is it though?
It is
Sure.
100%.
Re-
I don't think
thought it
any of
was-
these other
I-
games are
I
anywhere
thought it was
close.
88. But maybe I.
No, Deathloop. I think it's it might have been 88. Somebody go look it up for us. Let me know.
Because if it is 88, that's you can forget me right now, but that's trash.
All right, so
Deathloop is an 88 on PS5.
it is. Oh no, it's trash.
Yikes!
It's going to be
Okay.
a hard pass from me.
VR,
Thanks.
I
AR.
hope I already got it. Yep.
Hope didn't even
God's
look.
children have spoken.
Yep, it's trash.
Firm belief that Deathloop deserves a score of 6.3.
Oof.
Oof.
Hitman 3, Expect You to Die 2, Lone Echo 2, RE4, and Sniper Elite. RE4 wins, right? Like,
Why the heck does Hitman 3 have like an Among Us character for the
it's not. It's a VR headset.
Among Us?
That's a VR
Us.
headset.
It looks like
It looks like Among Us, yeah.
Kind of does.
No, we haven't done best music yet, Sora.
I would love to do Resident Evil 4.
That's
in
like your
VR.
favorite, isn't it? I own it on
I've
every
beaten it like
system, I
6
think.
times. Yeah, I think I've pretty much played it on every system besides GameCube.
What about the Wii?
Oh, well, that's a console?
Yeah.
No, like I've never played a Wii game, I don't think.
RE4, anybody else gonna disagree on this?
I mean, no opinion about this
Cool.
nation.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, here we go. Innovation and accessibility presented by Chevrolet.
It would be nice if they, so for a category like this, it would be nice if they elaborated on what made it so much more accessible, like without having played it.
I don't even know what the Veil is. Ratchet and Clank did a lot. I remember watching a video on it.
They did a lot. Different
There was a
colored
bunch
stuff.
of different
Yeah.
options.
Yeah.
Forza, probably. I will Ratchet and Clank because it's Ratchet and Clank.
In Ratchet and Clank, they have if you find one of the gold bolts is that you can turn on RPG numbers when you
Yep,
shoot.
I love
enemies.
that.
It's awesome. Makes me feel like I'm playing an RPG.
Yes. Borderlands.
Yeah, like Borderlands.
Any other
Speaking
thoughts
of
on this?
Borderlands,
I don't know what's successful, so.
I'm gonna Google just what the heck the crown is. Or the veil.
Well, while you're doing that, we go to best community support.
Final Fantasy 14. Let's go.
Have you heard of the critically acclaimed final game that you could play up to level 16 all the way through Heaven's Ward for free? I will admit, base game plus Heaven's Ward, amazing. After that, not so good.
Well, you didn't play Shadowbringers.
No, I didn't finish
Shadowbringers
Stormblood was garbage.
That's it.
Shadowbringers was pretty good.
Tell it like it is.
I own Shadowbringers, but I refuse to play that. I'm playing. I got my.
I don't think
Genshin.
I'm going to play this game. Or
Are you serious? You're not gonna do it?
I don't have time to play MMOs anymore.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't, Callie. I gotta play all the other games that come out.
Lane, listen to me. You know you'll play it eventually at some point. You know in your heart you will.
Lane doesn't have time for MMOs. He's too busy with gacha games like Genshin High Impact Sensory
Don't tempt me, guys.
Don't
tempt me.
I love Genshin.
Yeah, I don't know. I may have to just see what it's all about.
14 though, right? Like this game grew like crazy.
I'm afraid of getting addicted to the game again. I was so addicted to 14 when I was.
Sora says they need to put most toxic game of the year.
Yeah, I think that Final Fantasy wins this though.
Probably wins as well, yeah.
It's not a contest.
They've been so good about the amount of content they release and how frequently is really impressive. Like they have a new patch every 3 months or so, 3 or 4 months, and it has tons of content in it.
I mean, it's not like Genshin that has new patches like every 2 weeks with content, but you know, it's okay.
I mean, like Fortnite's got Carnage,
That's
Venom, Aloy. What more could you? Rick and Morty. What you guys need? Fortnite is there.
Naruto's there. You know, they got Naruto in Fortnite now.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, dead serious. Dead serious. Naruto with a gun. It's as messed up as you would think. Oh gosh. Anyway, moving on. Final Fantasy 14 best mobile game. Genshin High Impact. This is it. It's even got freaking Tartaglia.
Pokemon Unite, obviously, guys. No doubt.
It's got Tartaglia.
Can I just say that I'm really happy that Fantasian made this list?
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
It looks fantastic. I just want it on Switch.
Wish I could play it. I want to play it. I will be playing it right now if I could.
It'll get a port eventually.
So here's I am at the point where I can get a new cell phone, and I'm seriously thinking about getting an iPhone to play this game. After being a long-time Android.
I mean, you're allowed to do what you want to do with your money.
I mean, I have iPhone, but yeah, I probably could, but
just buy one of those Apple TV things and play it on that.
Yeah,
you could buy like a freaking old iPod Touch or something.
Yeah.
Callie, did you say that you're not familiar with Fantasian?
No.
So it's made by Hironobu Sakaguchi, who's the creator of Final Fantasy.
It's a bunch of the Mistwalker people, right?
It says Mistwalker.
Yeah, it's a Mistwalker. It's a Mistwalker game. Mistwalker has made Lost
Blue
Odyssey, Blue Dragon, The Last Story.
Oh.
Basically, when Hironobu left Final Fantasy after, I think it was Final Fantasy X, he made those games. So from what I've heard, a lot of people are saying like this is the next best Final Fantasy game that isn't actually called Final Fantasy.
And it
Cool.
uses dioramas for the background.
I want to play it so much. I've seen so many previews, so many reviews of
It
the
looks
game,
good.
but I don't have the means to play it right now,
So,
fortunately.
I guess you
Yeah.
all are voting for
get bored.
Fantasian. Well, I'm voting for Genshin
Oh, no.
Impact.
I think Genshin is gonna win.
No,
but watch out for Wild
no
Wild
Rift.
Rift
surprise.
is good.
Watch out with Wild Rift. though.
Wild Rift.
I wish I would have kept playing Genshin. I wish I had dropped it on PlayStation and then picked it up on PC. I would have, like, the PC controls are great. Like, they're fantastic. And if I would have stuck with it, like, Eternia would probably have 1,000+ members by now. Like, my channel would be massive. I would have so much money. I'd be throwing it right back in the game, but I didn't. Callie didn't do that, but now that's all I want to play. It's just so good. There's so much stuff. Like, for a new player, the amount of story that you have to go through to get to the end game is massive. Like, hundreds of hours of story.
But it's a gotcha.
All it took was for Paimon to mutter one word out of her mouth for me to say no to that game.
Don't you diss Paimon. Paimon's emergency food.
It's ironic since you didn't like the game at first, right?
And now, because the controls are bad, it's just because the controls. On console, they're terrible. On PC, I'm playing it like World of Warcraft.
It's actually, it runs pretty good for a mobile game as well. I played it for a little bit, but it's just a gotcha that you have so many characters and you invest so much time into one of them, and then there's like so many. And
You gotta, it's
like,
got
if you
FOMO like
don't-
crazy. You have
If
to,
you don't
yeah.
play it like obsessively, you're going to miss them.
Yep.
And there's no going back to get them. So it's like panic inducing.
It's FOMO for real. I'm obsessed. I can't. I absolutely love this game with like all of my being.
I would vote Wild Rift though for me. I haven't played Fantasian, but Wild Rift is like everything I wanted from League of Legends, just mobile.
What Pokemon
And-
Unite? Anybody try that?
I've heard it's pay to win, and I
Oh.
don't like the look of it.
And you have like 25 Pokemon out of 900.
Oh,
But
That's all you need.
that's true. But
No.
it's got Snorlax. What more do you want?
but at the same time, it does the job. You know, it's a MOBA, so it works.
Okay, so Fantasian is most popular. I want
No,
Genshin to
Genshin is
win.
gonna win for sure.
Genshin.
It's so
is going to
popular.
win.
There's so
It's-
many
it's-
people.
Either Genshin or Wild Rift. That's the only two. That
Wild
has
Rift
merit.
is pretty great for a mobile game, I gotta say.
Okay,
One of those two is gonna win. Yeah.
we got Best Indie.
It's
That's-
Nabil.
Death's Door.
Hey man, how's it going, Nabil?
Navio, holy buckets. We never see him in
What's up?
Discord.
What's up? Loop Hero. I thought about picking that up.
Death's Door is probably one of my top games I played this year.
Has anybody seen 12 minutes though?
It beat 12 minutes.
You did?
It did.
Did it take 12 minutes?
It takes 12 minutes to die every time, but
Yeah.
not the whole game.
How'd you
It's
like
pretty
it?
good. It's pretty good. It's like
It looks interesting.
But as I said like half an hour ago, I'm obsessed about any media that has time looping. So of course I played minutes, and it's a good game. It's a good game. I haven't played Death Door, which is probably the favorite, along with Kina in this category.
That's
But
probably the favorite.
Death's Door is amazing. Death's Door is probably the best isometric action RPG I've played, and I think it's better than Hades. I loved that game.
it's gonna be interesting because Kina is the most popular, but probably Death Door is the best game in terms of critics. So it's gonna be interesting what wins
Like
here.
that final boss of Death's Door, I was like ripping my hair out. It is tough. It's long. I highly
watched it.
recommend
It's
Death's
good.
Door. I highly recommend. It's only like 10 hours long too.
Very creative boss fights.
It is good. Get on it.
I'll
do it.
probably pick up Kenna before I
put it
do
on my
Death's Door.
wish list.
It's on PlayStation now as well. I played it on Steam
Oh, it is? Oh, nice.
Is it on
because
Game Pass?
I don't know. I played it
I have
at
Game Pass.
I played it at 120 frames per second, max graphics. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Downsize this. I shall look and see.
Anyway, look at that. Death's Door is not a roguelike. No. No. It's more like Zelda.
Yeah.
It's
I would
much
say
more
that.
like a Zelda
A
top-down.
hardcore Zelda.
Oh, it's hard. It'll kick your butt. Yeah, it's tough. But it's really, really good.
I do not say Death's Door.
Lame Wolf says recommend checking out Inscription. Lame Wolf. Alright, let's keep going. Best ongoing game. Genshin Impact. It's just, there's, everything else is invalid.
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 14.
Guys, what are you
Enough
talking about?
said.
Warzone. Fortnite. What more
No.
do I need to say?
Now. Genshin Path of the Waifu's Impact. Let's go.
Now.
Now.
I love it so much. I'm gonna make so many more videos on Genshin. I'm so obsessed with it. It's just so good. Apex Legends, though, I can't believe
Oh
that's
my
even still getting
gosh.
played. Fortnite.
Well, it had a boost. My buddy, he went on deployment and he came back and he's like, "So I've been playing a little bit of Apex. You want to play a game with me?" Sure. I haven't played in forever. Okay. Me and my brother played with him. We died in like 5 minutes, and then he carried us to the end and won the entire game. I was like, "So just how much Apex have you been playing?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I'm off about 4 days a week over there, and I play for about 16 hours a day."
Oh
I'm like,
God. Oh
"Oh
God.
shit!"
Isn't it funny that every Call of Duty game that releases really keeps selling less and less because people just want to keep playing Warzone? Like that's so
Yeah.
ironic, you know.
Well, I played a good bit of Warzone with my buddies, but it was not for me. I can do okay in multiplayer, but when I go to Warzone, it's just too much going on to
Well,
keep track of.
Vanguard is not selling very well. That's because Activision is in hot water right now. Like politically, they are, and
Not just that, the beta was like, I remember seeing it, like some super buggy gameplay videos. So
Halo's gonna dominate the FPS
oh yeah,
this
no
holiday
doubt.
season.
oh yes,
Because
absolutely.
Battlefield sucks as well. So
Yep.
It's had some bugs as well. Not
So
as
what
bad
do we
as
think's gonna win this
Vanguard,
one? What's gonna win this category?
but
Final Fantasy 14 or Genshin
Fortnite probably will win.
could be fun.
Well,
like, as well, but
just because battle royale games are more popular, I would say it's probably going to be between Warzone and Fortnite.
Yeah, I
but,
would.
but
If we're
remember
being
that
realistic.
the media is voting and the people's vote is just like 10% or something. Then
Mm.
I mean, Genshin, like that they have new
Probably
patches and events
Warzone.
like every 1 to 2 weeks. Like there's so much content. They added an entirely new mode, which is gone now. Hope they bring it back. They added a roguelite. Lane, you watched me play it for a while. They added a whole
Allie's
new
trying
dungeon
to sell
system.
this so hard.
It's so because I've spent a lot of money. Okay, it's
does that make it good though?
it is good. It is like one
That
of
is turning me off, not on.
I'll tell you right now, it's good.
I don't like spending money, Callie.
I know. Lame Wolf, I think he just does the $5 a month thing, and that's all he spends on it. Same with Axe. Not Callie, no.
Why do that when you can just play SMT5 on hard mode and have it kick your ass?
Because I need my
months.
heroin, okay? I need an addiction to feel normal. Just let me. Anyway, I think Fortnite's gonna win this, but I'm
They
sad
advise
about
you
it.
not to self-medicate, Kali.
Yeah, I know. Sora, I play. I'm like 200 and some hours in a Genshin. I've got. It
I
ain't.
am super surprised for that this boyfriend dungeon thing has made it on there.
Yeah. Games for Impact.
I think they missed the mark for that one. You know, their opportunity came in when they didn't include Genshin Impact.
Yeah, where's Genshin Impact? Okay, I think Life is Strange should win this, but I don't have it.
What's that?
Played any of
There's
these.
a game. Shoot, what's it called? It's like Jelly Bean Pete or something, and it's like an RPG with no violence. Like it's a puzzle game, and battles are played in puzzles, and you've got to use like your little allies that have different puzzle pieces and match it up. Anyway, it's God, I'll have to look it up, but no violence. A video game with no violence.
So kind of like you can.
That sounds awful.
It does.
I like
It
violence
does.
in my video games.
I like the slaughter of innocents too, but you know.
I don't remember the last game that I played that doesn't have violence at all.
Yeah.
Probably
Undertale, if you play it correctly.
Forza.
Forza.
But
All right, so
other than that,
what do we think should win here?
I don't know. I don't care.
We don't care. Got it.
I don't know.
Best performance.
I gotta vote for maybe Ray can help me on how to say his name, but the guy who plays Gus on Breaking Bad.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Thank you.
Rainbow
Yeah.
Billy, the Curse
Yeah,
of
he's-
the Leviathan, is the
Yeah.
game.
Giancarlo Esposito as Anton Castillo. His performance is great. I mean,
that's why I
He
love the
just-
game. Not gonna lie.
if you haven't watched Breaking Bad, like
He's such a good actor. His serious face, like just no emotion. He just looks like a psychopath.
Yeah, that's why I bought Far Cry 6, and he actually seems really muted there. So, I'm kind of sad about it.
He did a pretty good job from what I saw.
I'm
It was
disappointed that the person playing Lady Demetrius is not like 10 foot tall.
It's taken from an upward angle,
Oh.
so
2 Deathloop notifications. I think that Giancarlo needs to win just because he's amazing.
I agree.
All right. Best audio design. Ooh.
That's hard to say.
Again, Ratchet and Clank's the only one I've played, but another thing I really liked is the sound effects on the controller when you're playing that game.
Mhm.
Like there's a few times where you're like typing in a keyboard and you like hear the clicking of the keyboard on your controller. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I streamed it, so I never heard that.
I know Resident Evil has always had impeccable sound design because you can pinpoint each footstep and it feels like it's like you're in a real room usually, and you can pinpoint each footstep.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not much of an audio design person, even though I'm a DJ. I should probably have more opinions on this.
I bet Returnal probably has some pretty good sound design because they want you to be able to be aware of everything in a
It's pretty quiet,
roguelike.
actually.
Probably except for in the fights.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna vote Resident Evil just based on historical preference. Anybody else?
I will vote Forza Horizon 5.
I have no experience with any of these games, however, so again, I am irrelevant here. I just going off nostalgia.
Now, this is if you all don't agree with me on this one, I don't know if we could be friends anymore. Near Replicant version 1.224744874139. just
For Guardians?
I haven't. I don't know if they changed this from the original Nier, but the soundtrack in the original Nier was very good.
it's
I thought.
amazing. Actually, you know what? Because I missed the music so badly, I might actually go back and finish, even though I had to redo stuff, just because of how good the music was in that game.
Which works because now you don't remember where you left the game, so it's like you're playing again the game.
Yeah,
Uh,
thanks, Rad. Except I
Yeah.
started back up Ease 9 again and immediately remembered why I quit.
Ali's a quitter.
Yeah, welcome to Genshin Impact, Callie. Callie, just... I can only have one heroine, okay, guys?
All needs fall short.
Anybody else disagree? Near replicant winner here.
I have the same opinion. Like I played the original. It's like the soundtrack there. So
Nier just has like an enchanting soundtrack.
It's
from
so
What I've
good.
heard.
I have it
Yeah,
in my mind
it
right now.
sticks with
Yeah.
you. Just boom.
I do
Guardians
remember, yeah.
has a very good soundtrack as well. However, stuff you've mostly heard before. Nier is its own entity.
Near's amazing. Okay, we got best art direction.
Probably who? Kenna or Psycho?
I think Psychonauts is gonna win.
I think I haven't played Kenna, but I think that's kind of what draws me most of that game, as I really like the style of it.
Yeah,
Same.
I would say
So-
Kenna.
I'm probably gonna pick it up eventually.
I saw it
Eventually.
physically in the store yesterday.
It exists.
It does. Anybody else agree? Disagree? Kenna or Psychonauts for this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, we're getting on the top 3 categories. Best narrative. Where is all of the good games?
Really? These are the games they picked?
This is what they chose.
Okay, then.
Life is Strange is usually kind of built off of its narrative, so
I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy's funny,
it's pretty good.
but it's irrelevant. I guess I don't...
Psychonauts has a lot of character and meaning in it usually, so
I should pick Life is Strange up, even though I'm probably gonna hate it. I'll wait till it's cheap. I plan on buying less games next year.
same.
Because I want to just inject
But
that Genshin right
tomorrow,
in my veins.
next year's like pretty solid.
Well, we have, what, 4 games we care about, right? We got Horizon.
You can play Elden Ring.
Elden
You
Ring.
can play that for
Yeah, early next year is insane. There's so many good games
Yes.
coming out.
My biggest hyped JRPG for next year, though, is Trails to Azure
wow, yeah.
on Switch.
Oh, all you text nerds.
I'm getting up to date because of those games.
Like,
I'm going to play it. I have them. I just
I heard Lane talk so positively about that saga. I want to experience it. I'm gonna finish the storytelling on the 3rd, but Kaseki is my favorite JRPG series. It's too good. It's just so good.
I'm actually more interested in the Trails in the Sky series than like Cold Steel.
I
honestly.
liked Cold Steel because it's like, it gets crazy later on. Like Cold Steel gets nuts.
Like once I get invested into the world and everything, I'm sure I'll care more. But right now, I'm like, that looks like a classic JRPG that I would enjoy.
It does. It is.
So I was on the verge for a long time, Nick, and I actually pulled the trigger finally and played Sky first chapter like last month. I think you should do it.
I almost did before, but I've got Dragon Quest 11 after SMT 5. I've still got to beat Trials of Mana, and then I can add more. I'm trying to stay somewhat on track.
So,
Stuff.
what do we think's gonna win here?
It
I mean,
Takes
I don't
Two
know.
has
It
a
takes-
narrative too.
Takes Two is even considered for game of the year. So same as Deathloop, I think, right? Deathloop is also nominated for game of the year.
Well, we'll find out
We'll
in a
see.
minute.
We'll find out, but I know for a fact that It Takes Two is nominated. So from
Okay,
those two,
next category.
Psychonauts 2, yeah.
Look at this. Same games, basically. Best game direction.
Innovation in game direction and design.
Yeah,
direction
innovation,
design.
I would say Returnal is innovative. It Takes Two should win this
Yes.
because there's nothing that's
That
really
is,
been like
yep,
it.
that is true.
It's a game about a couple that's fighting and they get shrunk into these tiny people and have to work together to not hate each other. Okay. Well, I see no opinions on this, so we're just gonna go to the last category, Game of the Year. Now,
I'm surprised to see Resident Evil here.
I'm surprised to see almost every game on this list. Like, there's no JRPG on this list.
What's
That-
an RPG?
There
Cyberpunk's
is.
not even on the list.
You have a do you have a preference? What do you want to win? If you haven't played it or anything.
Like, if I have to pick from this list, I'm picking Ratchet because it's the only one I've played. I haven't played Metroid Dread, but I've watched a lot of people clips and stuff. I don't think Dread's gonna win.
I think Ratchet would have my vote probably. Resident Evil second for me.
Yeah, I gotta go with
I don't know.
Ratchet. It's the only one I've played, and I'm loving the game. I can't not vote for it.
So
If it's anything like the reboot, then I would. That was the most.
It's
fun
way
I've
better than the
ever had.
reboot.
Well,
and the
I
reboot
had-
is good, but this is like next level. You're gonna love this game.
I loved the reboot, and it was the most fun I've ever had getting a platinum on a game. I enjoyed my entire time with the game. Everything about it. Every trophy, I would say, was fun. Besides, there was one about collecting the brains. That was rather difficult.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So it
but
looks like
the rest was fine.
it was like 7 people voted for Metroid Dread, 4 people voted for Ratchet and Clank, and the other ones are down from there. I really
Did I vote on
Do you think that Metroid Dread has a chance, like a real chance? I do. I think Ratchet is the favorite, but I think Metroid Dread has a chance as well.
Hope with the Village and Dread input. He says he doesn't think either are Game of the Year material. From what I've seen, Dread is a tight but short package. Very well executed, but very short lived. And then Game of Village is a very solid game, I would say. Pretty decent for horror. It brought back a little more of the action of previous titles. I didn't make it to the end game though, so I can't really give a verdict there.
So let's be honest here, team. None of us think any of these games should win Game of the Year. So what's your personal Game of the Year this year?
Oh boy. I was not prepared, Callie.
Yeah. Yeah,
That is-
welcome.
That's a good statement, M. EHM.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing this screen. We all know that we don't care about any of these, really. Like, I don't know which one's gonna win, but I'm gonna stop streaming.
Deathloop.
Get back to the chat here. Got everybody.
Deathloop, obviously.
Like,
Honestly, should I? No, whose turn is it? Who wants to start?
Metroid Dread looks like it implements a lot more of the Chozo or whatever than I've seen in previous entries.
Yeah, but let's be
Of course,
honest.
I've never beaten one.
Who are the
So
game journalists going to give it to? Because that's the only opinion that matters here.
Dread, because Nintendo what Nintendo don't.
I bet Deathloop's gonna win it. Deathloop was
You
over
think so?
advertised. It was so advertised. We all saw the whole game before it even came out. Think back to all those PlayStation things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it had crazy release, but it died down very quickly after
Oh yeah.
release.
Yeah. So, what's your personal game of the year then?
Nick, you start.
What?
I'll start. Fine, I'll start. The problem is that I haven't played a ton of games this year that are brand new. I would say if I had to pick of the games that came out this year, I'd say Scarlet Nexus. If I could pick one. Number 2 for me would be Death's Door. And then beyond that, I don't know. But that's my top 2.
I think SMT 5 is close to one of the few games that I've played that released this year. I can't really remember anything else that I've played that came out this year.
Honestly, I have 3 games that for me will be like consideration in my personal of the year. Shin Megami Tensei 5, Tales of Arise, and Forza Horizon 5. I was surprised that I know it's a racing game. I'm an RPG guy, so I play like 90% of my games are RPGs, and Forza Horizon 5 is that good. It should be nominated.
You know, that's a glowing review there, Rad. I might have to try it out sometime.
I mean, it looks gorgeous. No doubt about that. I've just never been big on racing games myself, so.
Well, we all know
But,
Rad was very hyped about Gran Turismo.
Yeah, but the thing is that, so I'm still looking forward to Gran Turismo because it feels so different. Like Forza Horizon 5 is so different. Like it's like a racing open world game that has nothing to do with what Gran Turismo is. Gran Turismo is a simulator like on circuits and getting a cheap car and try to make your way up until you get your good cars. You know, like I think someone said that at the beginning. I think it was Lane that like in Forza Horizon you start the game and you literally get like great cars out of the open. The appeal of the game is not that. It's exploring, helping people, beating people, um, getting more cars. It's just taking photographs, like seeing the landscapes. It's great.
I've never played a Forza game, though, so.
It's like Microsoft
Is
Flight
that-
Simulator car style.
The thing is that Forza has 2 different like style of games. You have Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsports. So
Okay.
Forza Motorsports, it's Gran Turismo direct rival.
Right.
Forza
That's
Horizon
what I
is
thought
something,
all Forza games were like.
Forza Horizon is another thing.
Okay. I thought that the only game that kind of did that was like that Ride Club or whatever that came out
Drive
for
Club?
PlayStation.
Oh, that was so
Yeah,
bad.
which it had a horrible reception from what I've seen.
Okay, there was my 2 games. Lane, why don't you go next? What's your 2 favorite games from this year? Or top 3, how many ever you want.
I'm trying to recall everything I played. So I know it probably doesn't count, but I think number 1 for me has to be the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I love that trilogy, and being able to play that in with remastered graphics on my PS5 was awesome. So I think that's got to be number 1 for me. You know, this year has been a bit of a dud for me, partly because I haven't played a lot. Kind of like Callie, I haven't played a ton of new games. I've played a lot of games that came out like this year. But I would also say I really have been enjoying Ratchet and Clank and Tales of Arise. I think those would probably be my top three of the ones that I have played so far.
I guess time-wise, I spent a lot of time on Legends of Runeterra, and then the game turned into garbage. And now I've spent all my free time on Genshin High Impact Censored Violence, and I love it. It's so good. It's so good. It's so expensive. Don't
I know what
do
else I
it.
played this year. Disgaea 6.
Oh, you hated that game.
It gets like a 7. It gets like a 7-ish. It could have been so much better, but
I'll tell you a game that I played that's top 3. I can't believe I forgot about it. It's definitely in my top 3, and that's Ball on Wonderworld.
yeah.
I'm not joking. I bought it for all 3 systems now. I got it for Xbox and PlayStation and Switch. And
it looks like a very casually enjoyable game.
It is the best Nintendo 64 game I played in 2021. I highly recommend. It's $15 right now. Go buy it. I had a great time with it. I loved it. I don't recommend playing it on Switch. Get it on a modern console.
What's wrong with Switch, Kali? It's a modern It's like included in this current generation sales. It's clearly a competitor for the PlayStation 5.
I'm gonna go in the corner and throw up now. Yeah, that's my top 3 games. Ballon's number 3. I know. It's a horrible opinion, but I loved it.
I tried Dragon Star Varnier on the Switch. Limited Run Games did a port of it, and I was like, I really enjoyed Fairy Fencer F. Surprisingly so for what it is, because I really don't like the Mega Dimension Eternia games. But I really enjoyed Fairy Fencer F, but Dragon Star Varnier, God, it was like screen tearing at times, and I felt like it was almost going to single digits if you ever turned the camera. And I went back to it; it was a little better, but it's still not as good. It's for what it is. It's a terrible port.
That sucks.
So I would just go for consoles on that. And Switch, you have to watch a review on performance before you invest in it, I think. So
that I had typed it so many times when I was originally playing Ballon, and my phone just auto-corrected everything. I already had all the things. Ballon Wonderworld is Yuji Naka's love letter to Mario Odyssey. I didn't even have to type it. I just tried to Ballon, and then it was auto-fill the rest of it. I'm like, this is a problem. You guys should play it, though. It's $15. Go pick it up on PS5.
That moment when you realize your phone knows you better than you know yourself.
Yeah, it's true. It's sad. All right, Lane. Actually, no, Nick. Brad, who wants to go next?
I already said, but I was gonna say that this year I played a lot of my backlog, like a lot. And if I were to mention games that some of the games that I enjoyed the most, like they didn't release this year. Like for example, like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is up there. I love the
It's
game.
a good game.
Trails in the Sky First Chapter is a great game as well. Played many Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy X, for example, is one of my favorites already. But yeah, I also forgot to mention that some other games, like Lane mentioned, like the Mass Effect trilogy, like that was amazing. That was really well done. And I was new to the franchise, so I guess I had the luxury of jumping into the series with those visuals compared to the previous ones. And like East 9, for example, I liked a lot as well. Bravely Default 2. So yeah, that's the thing that I played a lot of games from my backlog instead of playing like all the games that are nominated there
Right.
because most of them what I play most of the time are RPGs, and if you look at those nominations, like there's barely any RPGs at all. Or RPGs in general.
I'll say probably the game that I enjoyed the most this year was Devil Survivor 2, which released probably in like 2012, or if that. So,
Well,
yeah.
there's also Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne as well that I played this year. So,
Oh, yeah.
there- but yeah,
I think probably for me, I finally got to play Ocarina of Time for the first time.
Ooh.
And,
Oh, yeah.
out of my backlog. And that one might be my favorite that I played this year.
You
if
think
we're
so?
gonna talk about
Really?
backlog games. Yeah, I really loved Ocarina of Time. I thought it was a great game. I also got to finish Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition this year, and I love that as well. I beat Trails of Cold Steel 4 in 20.
So did
as well.
I. That game was very bloated. It could have been about 70 hours instead of 100.
Yeah, that one probably isn't. I mean, I still love the game. But,
Have you all played
it's probably
Yakuza
not
Like a
my
Dragon
favorite.
yet? Because that game is incredible.
oh
I have not.
yeah. I just remember that I usually keep a list of the games that I beat or play in a year. So um, I can give a quick read here so you guys have an idea of my favorites, like Final Fantasy X, Resident Evil 2, the remake, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, Blasphemous. That's a great game in my opinion. I loved it. Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadow of Valencia, um, A Plague Tale.
I
13,
love that game.
13 Sentinels is a great game as well.
13
Oh
Sentinels is
yeah,
so
I
good.
forgot about that one. I played that this year too.
Like the Ori games. The Ori games are great.
Wait, you played both those this year?
I beat already the first one. I'm still making my way through the second one.
Second one, I think, is easier.
I had a hard time with the first one for sure. Alan Wake is a good game as well. Like at least right up my alley.
It's an enjoyable experience.
Something that if you like psychological like games, that's if you like thrillers and stuff like that, that's a good game to try. So many games like to sometimes it's a difficult choice between playing something from your backlog or go and spend $60 or $70 on a new game.
Or
Right.
just inject it right in your veins and play the best action RPG of the year, Genshin High Impact Censored Violence.
Which got that title was censored actually. It was different before, right?
What? Why put censored? Because I don't want to get demonetized.
That's why I said it was censored as well.
See, here's the funny part. We can't get demonetized on this channel, but I can get demonetized on my actual YouTube channel. And there's certain words that, with that partner agreement they make you read, there's so many things you gotta sign. There's a reason that people that have above a certain amount of viewers, like, they don't say certain things, because that D word, demonetized.
Mm-hmm.
A game that I played this year, I think. Yeah, Dodgeball Academia.
Yeah, you loved
Ooh.
that.
That's a pretty
Good.
good indie game, I gotta say. RPG. I enjoyed my time. I hope they make a physical Switch edition because I'll definitely pick it up. Fun game, great art style, just fun. It's just fun. That's all that really matters. So.
Feel like you're at school, like challenging every student just to throw the ball at them. It's great.
yeah.
It's a great game.
It is. I think it's like 16 hours, something like that, to beat. and it's I enjoyed every minute of it. Great
Well,
game. Hope they make another.
I went through and voted on all the stuff, so I was very happy to click Genshin Impact for 2 different categories. Like, y'all
Logged
know
onto
me.
my PlayStation account to refresh my memory of what I played this year.
Right.
I forget.
I've got my Switch pulled up. That's what I've been playing mostly lately.
I played some Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's the same as all the other Ace Attorney games.
I've never played one, but that was tempting to pick up. But, I got priorities. Like the Castlevania Advance Collection.
Wow. Yeah.
Is that gone on sale yet?
No, but it's only $20.
20. Yeah.
Well, I've already played. I own those games physically, and I've already beaten 2 of them.
I never played any of those, so
Aria was amazing. I think that
That's good, yeah.
what's the first Circle of the Moon is the worst of the 3.
well, that's the one I beat, and it was pretty good, I gotta say.
What's the worst of the 3 games? The other 2 are very, very good.
Like, yeah, they talked about it, the pixel size and everything that they used, and Circle of the Moon was a launch title for the
Yeah.
GBA, and they hadn't really figured out its capabilities. And in the next titles, they figured out, we can fit like more pixels.
Yeah,
in
Harmony
here
of
and
Dissonance
everything.
was good, and Aria though, oh, that game was amazing.
Circle of the Moon is more like a more traditional Castlevania game, right? Not a Metroidvania.
Yep.
It's like a mixture, maybe, or
I
but
think
it's
it
not
was. It felt
Right.
like Symphony. It was right after Symphony of the Night, kind of. So they implemented a lot of the RPG elements and stuff into it. So it was like a Metroidvania.
It's just not as
I have
good
a
as the
question.
other ones.
I have a question for you guys. What is your most played console this year?
Switch.
Most played console?
Yeah.
I would say
Nintendo
PC.
Switch. I played a few
I think
games
probably-
on my PlayStation, but
If I'd say
it's probably close between PS5 and Switch for me.
yeah, if I'd say an actual game console, not PC Master Race, it'd be PS5.
I've put a decent time on several consoles, but I think it's the Switch for me as well.
I barely touch my Switch. It feels so dated every time I boot something up.
yeah, but I
And
don't
go
know. It's
to
just
bed
like
with it. Go to bed
right.
with it.
Yeah,
I'm like, just
yes.
play it till I fall asleep.
Yeah, I don't do that.
So a couple other games I played this year that I just remembered. I played Spider-Man Miles Morales at the very beginning of this year, and that game is really good. And actually, that game takes place in New York City around Christmas time. So if you're thinking about playing that game, I think this is a really good time of year to play it.
Now
Just
is
'cause
the
it kind
time.
of
This
fits.
way,
It kind of fits the holiday vibe a bit. I also played Uncharted 4 this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, you like
I
that
loved
series.
Uncharted 4. I love
Great
that
title.
Are you done with the Uncharted series? I think you.
I need to
played
play
most of
Lost
them.
Legacy still.
I've still got that in the backlog
Too.
as well.
Yeah, me too. It's the only one other than the Vita game, I
Yeah.
think Lost Legacy is the only one I haven't played yet.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that series. I played through. I was new to Uncharted as of last year, and I played through all of them.
So, I got a big question for you all. We've had the PlayStation 5 and the Series X for a year now. If you could recommend any 3 games to somebody that's looking at buying the next-gen systems, what are the 3 games that you recommend?
I think I know.
All right, go, Nick.
Well, first Demon Souls, Sprocket and Plank. Lane will have to give me the other one.
Those were the 2 I was going to say, and I think for my third one, I would say Miles Morales. as of the ones that I have played personally and own.
I will say if you get an Xbox, just get Game Pass and that's it.
Buy
Just
Game
play whatever
Pass.
the hell you want.
just
Yeah.
just if you're a father listening to this podcast, just buy an Xbox and get the subscription and
You're
make
done.
sure that you take advantage of the deals they do. Sometimes they do like 4 months for $1 or stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
We all got Game Pass when it was like $1 for 3 months, and that's when we
Yeah.
played a bunch of Halo.
Oh god, yes.
Well,
No, go ahead, Callie. Go ahead.
I would say Scarlet Nexus. I'm actually gonna pick at JRPGs, unlike the rest of y'all playing like Demon Souls and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
an RPG
Yeah,
that's
it's-
made in Japan.
I guess when you asked the question, Callie, I was thinking like purely next gen games.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Scarlet Nexus, I bet it runs like trash on the old systems. That's why I said the next gen
Actually,
version.
I've seen it runs fairly well.
Oh, okay, fine. If it's next gen only,
I have. Go ahead, Callie. I have mine as well, so I'll go after you.
I have to think now because you guys are putting me in a corner. Go Rad.
Okay, so I would recommend. If you get a PS5, Final Fantasy VII Remake with the DLC.
Ooh, that's
Ghost of Tsushima DLC. And I mean, I will say Demon Souls, but that's not for everybody, as we know. So I would probably say Tales of Arise.
Solid picks.
Well, since you
Oh.
said some cross-gen titles, I'm leaving Scarlet Nexus on my list.
Yeah.
I would say Scarlet Nexus is where I'll talk about upgraded games. I would say Walking Simulator, Death Stranding, Director's Cut. And I'm kidding about the last one. I just want to see Lane's reaction, really. That's game.
I thought about saying something, but I decided to hold my tongue.
I would say that Ghost of Tsushima as well. That's a really good pick, Rad. The new island's big, and you get to attack people with your horse now.
I enjoyed my about 12, 14 hours with it, probably.
Yeah. Third one, though, Ratchet, Sprocket and Plank.
Yeah.
That is the only game that is truly feels next gen. Like, it's ray tracing at 60 FPS on a console. It's stupid.
Yeah. I finally feel like I justified my purchase of the PS5 and my new OLED TV when I played Ratchet and Clank. Like that
yeah.
was finally the moment where I was like, "This is worth it."
HDR makes a
The
huge
tears.
difference.
All the tears.
Yeah.
Oh, Battle Chasers Night War was my first game I played with HDR, and it made such a difference on that game.
Yeah, I'm a streamer. I can't even use HDR. I bought the C1 because it had the highest brightness between it and the G1 on standard. Because the G1, which is the more expensive TV, has brighter HDR, but less bright SDR. I'm like, well, decision made. Streamer TV. Oh, look at Hope's comment. Oh, the Tetris Effect connected Yakuza 7 and Far Cry 6. Yeah. Do well to buy a PS5 to play Amazon Prime shipping. Backbreaking. Wait, don't fall on your butt. Simulator 2021.
Trademark Director's Cut. Excellent.
Yeah.
You are a gem, my friend.
I am just concerned that 2022, there's no JRPGs announced besides Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, Elden Ring. The only
It's
one I
made in Japan.
We're gonna say Elden Ring is not part of this discussion. It's a westernized game. You know what I mean?
Is that really the only one?
Yeah, that's it. 16 is it. Oh, and Stranger of Sword Paradise, the Chaos.
Chaos.
Well, I guess. Well, Pokemon Arceus maybe.
Oh yeah, Pokemon
Oh, yeah.
Arceus. How is that not on these lists?
because it's not out yet.
No, the most anticipated. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah, I'm picking up
Games.
Arceus.
Mm,
I mean,
maybe.
we'll see.
I'll pick it up later, probably. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. And the more I think about it, I'm like, still Pokemon.
Yeah, but it's in the world.
Which
Yeah,
I do enjoy, like picking up the originals, like that I had on like Yellow and everything, and Omega Ruby. Well, just Ruby, but when I played Sun and Moon, it just I don't know. Yeah, the new Pokemon didn't really do anything for me. I was still puttered out about halfway for motivation.
Yeah. Huh.
Isn't the Eiyuden Chronicle the spin-off game supposed to come out next year?
I think so.
forgot
Yeah.
they're supposed to do a spin-off of that. That's
Also
just
have
so weird to me.
Don't we also
You have to
have,
release the spin-off first. I think it's an action game though, if I remember correctly.
2D maybe, or
Maybe.
I just remember seeing like a trailer for it. I'm like, this is not what they showed us before.
Yeah.
other
Like,
game-
why don't you just put all your resources into the actual game, and release it sooner?
So just December 9th is a Thursday. I think I might live stream the Game Awards again, and we can react to everybody, all the Cyberpunk winnings, and
the other. Now that I think about it, Triangle Strategy also is releasing next
oh yeah,
year.
Project Triangle
crap.
Strategy.
That comes out in March.
Bro, like how did that not make it?
Because
Because
it's
of a stupid ass name.
it's a dumb name.
That's yeah.
And the other games are the ones that Callie mentioned, like Trails to Zero and Trails to Azure, I
Yeah,
guess.
but Zero doesn't come out to
Ooh.
2023, along with Hajimari no
No, you got it backwards.
Kaseki.
You got it backwards. Zero comes out next year. Azure comes out.
Oh,
soon.
Zero is the first one.
It's
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Zero. Yeah, but the problem is Hajimari doesn't come out to 2023, and we're gonna be 4 Trails games behind. They're about to have their next Trails game in Japan after Kuro no Kaseki. It's like, I'm just gonna download a damn PDF of all the text or Excel file and just have it open on one screen, read the text there, and play through the game. Like, we're so far behind at this point, it's not fair.
Yeah. I'm really glad that they ended up outsourcing the Geofront team for the Crossbow games, because can you imagine how long it would have took them to do that?
They wouldn't have.
Crap.
Yeah, they wouldn't have done it, I don't think.
No,
Like
that's like
those guys are probably the reason we're even getting those games, honestly.
50,000 lines of dialogue, so that's gonna take a
Yeah, I think it'll run good on
comment.
Switch. It's like a game that the Switch is capable of running at more than 12 frames per second.
Hopefully I'll
That's
be
about
up
what
to
Ease
date.
9 runs at on
Yeah.
Switch.
Hopefully I'll be up to date with you guys when the new arc releases here.
Yeah, did you see Hope's comment? Good for me and
More time
Rad.
to catch
More
up.
time to catch up.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Hope. Exactly. We're gonna be up to date with these guys when that time comes.
Yeah.
I think when I first got into the series, Cold Steel 1 and 2 were out, but not Cold Steel 3. So I ended up catching up sometime after, I got into the series after Cold Steel 2 came out, and I was able to catch up before Cold Steel 3 came out.
Yeah,
But that was a pretty significant chunk of time.
when Cold Steel 1 came out, I got it a couple months after the fact, and I started playing it kind of right away.
You didn't stream by then, right? No.
Oh, God, no. That was way back. That was like 8-9 years ago.
Oh, it makes
PS3?
sense. On the PS3?
PS3, yeah.
Oh God. That's way back.
Yeah.
I do have the PS3 version of Cold Steel 2, but I'm actually considering buying the other one, the PS4, because
Turbo mode. It's
mode,
worth
yeah.
it.
Box.
Yeah, I will tell you right now, PS4 didn't exist when I played Cold Steel 1. So,
gotcha.
so you didn't have a choice, and you could move over your save data to Cold Steel 2, so I did that, but Cold Steel 2, to this day, I still think is one of the best turn-based games. Like, it's great.
Cold Steel definitely has like some of the best looking PlayStation 4 editions, like the whole series.
Yeah.
I
I
missed
think
the
last I
third.
checked, they were actually going quite a bit up in price.
Yeah,
Those
Yeah.
two boxed editions,
I
the
saw
1 and
it
2.
and I was like, this is getting super popular, and I really want to try it someday, so I'm just gonna buy it now.
Yeah, good call.
It's a good series. So here's the real question. Rad, your poll this week was tough.
What made it tough for you? Like which game? Like which decision?
For me,
For all
well,
of you, yeah.
I was either going to vote 5 or 6. Because I'm playing
So
Persona 6 over all of them.
so you're playing Persona 6 no matter what. So for all of you that know what we're talking about, I made a poll on Discord asking like if you have 3 games from the future: Final Fantasy 16, Dragon Quest 12, and Persona 6, and you had to play one, log one, and erase the other one from existence, what would you do? So that was the question.
Well, number 6 is what won by a long shot. Everyone's like, erase 16, Persona Supremacy.
A bunch of
That's what
Persona
I voted
fans.
for.
Yeah.
Well, you had to realize a lot of the newer people who join our Discord are from Tails Discord, and she plays Persona. So, looking at the people that voted, it doesn't surprise me at all that that's the choice.
Well, Persona has skyrocketed in popularity.
Yeah,
since
to the point to
P5,
where
so-
they're like, "Oh, is SMT Persona spinoff?" I had someone comment on a YouTube video of mine when I did the unboxing, saying
Oh, yeah.
that, and I'm like, "No, actually, Persona is the spinoff."
You better check yourself.
Yeah. So I kind of wanted to vote for 3 over 6, but the reason I didn't is because Persona and Dragon Quest have a much better track record at this point of releasing like top-notch games, where Final
Yes.
Fantasy is like, eh.
Yeah, 15 was trash, and all right, fine. I'm gonna vote for 6 as well.
I have
It's-
confidence. I actually do like kind of think that Final Fantasy 16 will be a decent
Fine,
game
I'll go back and
because
vote
I do
5.
too.
Yoshi P is doing it, but
Oh, yeah, Yoshi
I
P
think
is
it'll
doing
be
it.
pretty
Yeah.
decent. I actually enjoyed Final Fantasy 15. Got the platinum, and there is actually some fun to be had in that game. I know a lot of people hate it, but
I didn't hate it, but I
pretty
was
solid.
disappointed in it.
It's not. I enjoyed the story and everything. It just missed some opportunities. Like a lot of that game, the giant boss fights and everything that were so epic are all just like scripted events, and it doesn't really feel like a boss fight. There was like a lack of dungeons. There were a few, especially like you add in some DLC, but like mainline, it felt like there was maybe 4 or 5 dungeons pretty much for the entire game. And I'm
The open
like,
world was very empty. I didn't really
somewhat,
feel like it
yeah.
needed to be an open world game
Yeah,
because like you're doing all these side quests and everything, and the side quests are just flat out stupid.
All right, I made y'all a Halo
Yeah.
Infinite channel.
Yes.
we got rid of it because we kind of died down once we lost Game Pass for 3 months or whatever, and then now it's like Halo's free.
It's back, baby, and it's back, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
That like completely got me off of what I was talking about. I was so excited.
But I
Sorry.
enjoyed the story, and you're right, Lane. It could have been. It already feels somewhat streamlined, and it just kind of, I don't know, could have been a better experience if they just kind of streamlined it a little more. You're right. It doesn't have to be an open world game, but I did enjoy some of the moments. If you get to like end game quests, they get a little better. Like you have to go to the cemetery at night. I've posted it in the Discord. You go fight these Tomberry masters, and their knives become like freaking giant Jedi lightsabers, and they're like force jumping all over the place. It's insane. But there are some fun quests in there as well, and they did a Final Fantasy 14 crossover quest.
Yeah.
And you get a summon Garuda from Final Fantasy 14.
Wow.
Solid.
That Garuda
Yeah.
fight
Later
has
they had an
amazing
event
music.
for later they had an event for I think it's a mobile game called Terra Battle. Did you guys play that at all?
No.
It was like a side quest they added later. It was pretty good too.
I wanted to play the freaking Knights Bounty or whatever it's called. What is it? King's Knight that they talked about in the game, but it was already shut down by the time I got around to playing it. So, but they haven't had the greatest track record with Final Fantasy at this point. So, I second the opinion that P5 or Persona and Dragon Quest have a much better track record. It's a solid entry every time. So
my where I had trouble deciding was in my backlog game. Because I know that I'm playing Dragon Quest 12. That's my play game. But yeah, what you guys said is on point. Like, at this point, I trust Atlus more than Square Enix with Final Fantasy. So that's why I voted Persona 6 as my backlog game, and then 16.
I'm just worried Persona 6 is going to take a decade to come out.
Well,
just half a decade.
Good.
And then a year or two more.
Yeah.
Because you got to consider, it skipped the PS3, Xbox 360 generation. There wasn't one.
Well,
Well, Persona 5. I think.
Let's not talk about that. I don't count that.
When did they announce it? What was it? 15, 14, something like that?
Because a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because Persona 4 was 2006 on the PS2. Then they did Golden on the PS Vita in 2011, I think. Then is when
I remember it took them 6 years to make the game.
So worth it, though.
So,
Great.
What are you all playing right now? Everyone's playing SMT besides me, aren't they?
SMT and Halo.
I'm not playing it yet.
My answer. SMT and Halo, yeah.
I'm playing Ease 9 on my Switch, Ratchet and Clank on my PS5, and then Halo Infinite as well.
Got that Infinite Halo going on.
First announced in 2013.
Wow.
You know, if SMT5 didn't look like they pulled it out of a dumpster, it'd probably be better. Like, the graphics are so bad.
That's an opinion.
I'm spoiled because I don't play Switch games, so I'm like, oh god, this is awful.
That's an opinion.
That's you're allowed to have your opinion, Callie.
I mean, runs at what, like 480p? I don't even know what it runs at.
But it is such an improvement over Nocturne, for example.
Like, that's a PS2 game.
Oh, but the remaster
it looks pretty solid for a Switch game, in my opinion.
All right.
Yeah, I think
fine.
It really is a matter of optimization, I think, because there are a lot of games that run pretty decent on the Switch.
And SMT5 runs at like, it looks like 60 FPS to me. Could be wrong, but
one game that comes to mind that I thought ran really well on the Switch was Tales of Vesperia, the Definitive Edition. That game ran really well on the Switch. Granted, it is an Xbox 360 game, but still, I mean,
Dragon Star Varnier is like just a step above 360 graphics, and it runs like trash on the Switch. So
I actually bought like Tales of Vesperia on the Switch because it was $9.99, and even though I already beat the game, I can see myself playing it in the future. On the go.
Game.
Yeah.
So, I have to ask the question for you.
What are you playing, Cali, though?
What am I playing? I play
Genshin.
Genshin.
Is that it? No, you have
Actually,
more
no.
than
This last
That
week,
is her life.
I did start up. I did play
Ys.
SMT one day, and then I played some ES9, and then I dropped both of them, like a rock. I actually
And
So what I'm actually going to be playing, besides Tales of Arise coming up, is I bought the 3 Sonic games that they upscaled for Series X.
oh,
I got Sonic Unleashed, which is now at 4K 60, which, oh wow, that's going to be awesome for that game.
There's some parts of that game that were good.
And then the Sonic Generations, and obviously my like favorite racing game, Sonic: A Sega All Stars. But more importantly, we have picked out the new Cali Plays Hot Trash game, Demon Souls.
woohoo!
So I'll be playing
Nice.
that. It's not hot trash. It's pretty, and it's greater than 90. But I don't play games that are above 89 on Metacritic, so it's like reverse day. I only play bad games. Clearly.
I just hope you have a better time than you did with the other ones.
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a character that's like what you said, thief or wanderer. I'm gonna get a character that's like agile, so I don't like feel the clunk. Cause I don't know if you've all watched me play. Some of you have watched me play Genshin. Its combat is very fast. Like it's fast. And that's a big part of why it's addictive. Like Scarlet Nexus levels are fast. So if I could pick a character in Demon Souls that's not the speed of a snail, I'll probably enjoy it more.
I will only give you like one. I were to give you a tip at all. You didn't ask for one, but if you
I'll
were
take
to,
it, give tips.
yeah, you're such an underdog on the Souls games. That I guess you gotta respect the enemy a little bit more. That would be my
Yeah,
only
the
tip.
enemies are just like, hello, you die now.
Yeah, it's hard because I know we are used to play like hack and slash games where everything is hectic and you just kill everything on your path, but that's the way the Souls games work. Like you're such an underdog.
Yeah, I will. I've heard it's a beautiful game, so I'm actually going to try. I'm going to try. I mean, I pre-ordered Elden Ring. That's because George R. R. Martin's storytelling is amazing. So
Yeah, we'll see.
I have a feeling I'm gonna
not-
hate it. Look at Nick. He's like, "What? Wouldn't it be hilarious if like Elden Ring came out and I was screaming its praises?"
I would be very happily surprised.
Do you imagine that I go into the future and then like in April or something and I go to Cali's bio and it says like Elden Ring fanatic or something like that, along with Genshin.
Yep.
That would be cool. That
I'm
would be cool.
I'm gonna give it a try. Like my PlayStation's gonna be predisposed for a bit. John's gonna play Horizon as soon as it came out. As soon as we get it, I told him he could have the TV till he beats it. He'll probably beat it in like 4 days because it's how he plays games. Like he put like 200 some hours of Cyberpunk in like a month. So I have no doubt. Yeah, he plays games like Lane Wolf plays games, except he hates people and just wants to be happy and left alone. But yeah, the Cyberpunk's actually looks not terrible, but I'll never play it.
Good if they do something drastic to the console port.
Yeah. Yeah. So, are you all gonna get Horizon, or are you skipping that one?
Hope's comment.
Oh, I guess I didn't see chat. Hold on. Let me see. Metacritic just was called in for a few ideas.
Yeah.
told him, he was like, okay, thank you, you're not needed. Oh no.
Yeah. They did it
Oh.
just for marketing purposes.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
th-
just put George R. Martin in, say that he
that's
contributed to your game, and it's
that's a
gonna
joke from
sell.
Hope, but yeah, but there's actually an interview where he talks about it, about his involvement in the game. But I could imagine that happening as well with Miyazaki. You never know.
So, did you all ever play Togi on Xbox?
A toga?
Oh, Togi. I think it was a From Software title.
Oh, but that's older, right? Yeah,
Yeah, it was hard as nail. I
that was
played it.
Togi.
that
Google.
was before Demon Souls.
Yeah, it was tough. I played it. It had a sequel, also equally tough. One of the first levels you're just running through, and there's a guy screaming, "Thou shalt not pass," like at the top of his lungs, until you get to him, and he like one shots you.
Crap.
Wait! Are they're backwards compatible? Oh my god! I'm gonna have to start playing a Togi.
Okay. There's a bunch of
Maybe that's
not
the trick, Kelly. Like you should try From Software games that are retro by today's
Well, I
standards.
mean, I played a Togi 1 and 2. I never beat either one of them because they're really, really hard.
Togi apparently brings up a couple things that I would not show on stream, so
Yeah, it's M-rated.
but this is neat. The game is interesting.
It is. It's cool. Togi Myth of Demons. But yeah, whatever. I'm gonna be playing Tales. I played some Kenna. I got halfway through Kenna. I hate how hard it is. That is the first time, being 100% honest, first time I got to a boss, and I was, after dying for an hour, like ultra mad at missing a barely dodge just multiple times. And I lowered the difficulty and one shot it. I'm like, this is dumb. And then after that, I was like shaking so much I couldn't even focus on the game. So I went into fights that I was able to beat beforehand, and they were just kicking my butt. I'm like, I'm done with this game. I can't do it. I don't know how you all do that all the time with Dark Souls. I don't know how. I've watched Hope live stream that game, and he goes in, he's like, if I can't two-shot this boss, I'm failing. And it's just crazy. He just runs up and dead.
He literally did a one-shot run, a one-shot build. He would die if he got hit.
But I
for
mean,
the
but
entire game.
When Hope decides to go with that build, he already knows what's coming. So
And
that's pleasure for him, I guess.
He's like,
I do like
this is
watching
going to
him stream.
suck, but I'm going to do it. And he does it.
I've learned so many curse words with streams.
Yes.
Well, I think the way he plays Dark Souls is he keeps playing and playing, and then he uninstalls it, and then he gets like the god power and comes back.
Right. He absolutely, he discovers a new framework for curse words, and then he uninstalls the game, comes back, and aces the boss. It's a pattern.
Has he done that like multiple times?
Yes.
Sometimes it does take at least one or two uninstalls of a From Software game to get through it. I've been there.
I've never uninstalled it, but I have shelved it for a bit.
I can't going back to your comment, Callie, that you don't know how we do it. I can't talk for everyone, but I feel like in From Software games, when I'm dying to a boss, there's always something else to do. Like, I never feel like that's the roadblock that I need to get past that in order to progress. Sometimes there's other areas I haven't explored, and when I do that, then I'm powerful and I come back and I learn the patterns and I beat it. But
yeah,
I guess that's how it works for me.
From Software always has other stuff hidden that you probably won't notice your first time. You may not notice the second time. Well, you probably won't notice the second time. You might notice it the third, unless you have like a guide that you look up at that point. There is so much stuff. You can play through From Software game for like 10 times and then still miss something. There's always something there that you haven't explored.
Yeah, I think I mean, you all explain it very well. It's a methodical game instead of kill everything as fast as possible type game.
That comes after you learn the enemy's attack pattern. And when you're farming for souls.
But yeah, but of course, that's not for everyone for sure.
I think for
The
me,
way-
the reason I like the games is like overcoming the adversity of a difficult boss and that dopamine rush you get when you finally beat it is like nothing I've ever experienced before in a video game.
Exactly.
Oh, that's the chemicals. It's them body
It's the
chemicals.
chemicals.
Mhm.
Yes. It's the rush. It's the feeling because like I remember when I was first playing the games, like the bosses actually like scared me fighting them because they
Oh,
were
yeah.
so hard and aggressive. Like it was actually terrifying to go into the boss room.
Like
And then
the
when you
Tower
finally
Knight.
build the confidence and beat it, like it's the best feeling ever.
Unlike Ys 9, where you just like the giant centipede. You know, it's like, well, I guess we're just gonna beat this.
Well, that was a boss from like Origins and multiple East games, so
Is that the boss that the floor falls sometimes?
No, it has electricity. It shocks everything. It's in chapter
that boss
6.
was a pain in these Origins.
Oh, I
Which is a
bet.
Yeah.
solid game. But I was when I saw that thing, I was like, oh crap, not again.
Well, team,
It's
But
kind of
it's a
interesting
very-
how Ys has gone. Ys like Origin is a pretty hard game, but I would say Ys 8 and Ys 9 are not very difficult. Like I'm on
Right,
hard and
yes.
it's not hard.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
true.
grindy towards the end.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
grindy.
You get to the end, couple survival missions or whatever, and it's like you're just under leveled. Like it's like kill stuff before it kills your crystals. Well, you're unleashing everything that you got with the best equipment that you have, and
You
it's
just can't
still
kill
not
him quick enough, yeah.
So you wind up grinding. But the thing is, there are tons of side quests that you can do. It's just
I've been doing
you
all
need
the
to go do
side
'em.
quests.
As long as you take your time with it, I don't think it'll be a problem. But it is a rather lengthy game when you go around and collect all the treasure chests and everything.
Yeah, so I don't know when
Yeah.
Demon Souls is coming in, but I'll let you all know when I'm gonna play it so you can come make fun of me.
Yes. To the you playing part, not making fun.
I won't make fun of you, Callie. I'll cheer you on.
Okay, you guys give me all the advice you want to give in Discord. I want to. I'm legit serious. I want to try to enjoy this game.
It's
Right.
okay, Kali. I'll just make a short video clip to cheer you on that goes wah wah wah, and I'll hold up a sign that says "Get good."
Now that
Just
I
for
think
you.
about it, now that I think about it, I think I have a lot of currency from Cali's like stream, so I could make Cali play Demon Souls with Giant Cali on the way or something like that.
Jack Callie in the way. Yeah.
I can
I've got
spam
like
Titus
10,000.
laugh every time she dies.
I need to-
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I need to make
Nah, I
that.
would do that.
So
I
what?
want
So,
to actually see.
all right. So seriously though, give me some build advice in Discord. I want a character that is not super slow.
Ask
So
Lane Wolf. He is the Soul's god. Besides, I mean,
That's easy. Just
or
don't
you-
equip anything.
Just
Yes.
play naked. Just play naked.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
the-
It is a viable strategy.
Fast as heck.
You can roll all day long when you have no weight.
Absolutely.
that's why the Viva La Dirt League, you know, the thing with Dark
Yeah.
Souls when the guy's
Yeah.
like the roly poly. He's like, oh yeah, Well, you may have learned the roly-poly, but I was born. And forged in the fires of the roly-poly. And he just, like, takes off like crazy. And
You could just use Hope's build and, two-shot every boss.
yeah, I would cry if I walked to a room. Like, see, I like killing
Yeah.
things. I would not run past stuff very well.
Yeah.
You guys have me
That
do that?
actually,
Go ahead.
I was just thinking, like, to get the build that you want actually might make the game more difficult, because in order to be able to move really quickly, you're gonna have to have really low, like, defense.
Oh.
And
So instead
you'll
of
really
getting-
only get high defense from, like, heavy armor.
So what I
But
should
that
do
slows
is,
down your
is
ability to low.
I should
to-
get
to
medium
roll.
armor and then just suck it up and play like I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I will say,
Heavy armor is usually
in your
easy.
case, like, try to get the best armor you can get, but without rolling.
Fat rolling, yeah.
Yeah, there's a threshold. If you pass that, you start being you will start being like very heavy. So
Was it
just
50 or 70?
depends on the game. Sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 70. Weight. There's a weight.
Demon Souls is the game.
Sorry to remember.
I don't remember which one is which.
If
but
you start rolling really
Ju-
super slow, then you'll know.
just with trial and error,
Yeah.
you equip something, and if you're rolling, then you remove that and put something else. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Well, as much as I would love to stay up and keep talking to you all, it's getting kind of late for me. I sure was late for Rad.
Yeah.
It's past midnight here.
Oh,
so.
jeez. So I think that, every once in a while we should get back together and talk about stuff. I miss this. This was fun.
Yeah. Do it. I can do it.
Indeed.
Sorry my internet died halfway through.
It's all good.
Happens.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Chad, as well, for being there.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks, chat, for doing chat stuff.
Crazy that we actually had people come out.
Looks like Lane Wolf said, use straight sword, keep weight under 50%.
So that's the
Yep.
number then, 50%.
And invest in health.
Spam vitality, got it.
Yes.
Do not hear hope. I repeat, do not hear hope. Vitality
Yeah.
is important.
So I just vitality only build?
No. I'm saying a point here and there to vitality once in a while.
Got it. 10 points vitality, 1
Yeah,
point strength.
if you see any advice from Hope in the Soulsborne chat, you might want to
Do the
check your
opposite.
sources.
Yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt. Or a
He's
whole
too brave.
shaker.
He's too brave. Like we don't need too brave. We just need enough.
I think it's sane is probably the better term.
Yeah.
All right, team. Thanks, everybody. Consider joining the Eternia Archives Discord. Link down in the description. Do the stuff. Maybe if I'm lucky, I could convince these fine folks with me to stream some more games again. I'd love to watch some rad streams. I'd love to watch more Lane and EA's. Are you guys thinking about it at least?
I was actually kind of thinking the other day, like, I kind of wanted to stream Ratchet and Clank because I just moved and I have a lot better internet now, and I think my stream would probably look pretty good. But I'm like halfway through the game, so maybe I'll start up a new game on a harder difficulty or something.
I might be able to.
Since it's so short.
After the holidays. My schedule's kind of all over the place because I'm doing a lot off-site stuff. Like last Friday, I was off-site till 2 a.m.
No, God.
So it's kind of hard for me to keep a steady schedule. It changes by the week when they'll try to schedule stuff, and then the company won't get back to them until like a week out, and then it's like, hey, be great if you could like stay till 2 o'clock in the morning over here. It's like, oh, thanks, yeah. but it's only occasionally. If anything, I'd probably be able to stream Tuesdays, Thursdays on like lunch, and then Sundays or something. That's about it.
Well, team, I hope you guys can get in and play some Halo. Shoot all the folks. And we'll see everybody
It's free.
later. Yeah.
Let's make some 12-year-olds cry, fellas.
Yeah. 12-year-olds cry. Yeah.
Or 32 in my case.
32-year-olds cry. Yeah.
Anyway,
Bye,
see
team.
everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.
Y'all have
Next
a good
time.
one. Thanks for coming out.